Hey guys, thanks a lot for joining me. I'm excited to share with you the newest Keychron keyboard. I have here a K3E1. That is the newest Keychron with the red optical switches. And I'm going to be comparing that with a K1 with blue gateron switches. So I'm sure you're all eager to receive your new K3. I know I was. Thankfully, I got it the day before Christmas, and yeah, I'm super happy to be able to share this with you. I haven't had much time with the keyboard, but I've got a decent feel for it. So I'm going to share some of the highlights and try to give you a good feel for the keyboard. I will say it feels very different compared to my K1, and that is because of the casing. But first, one of the coolest things about this keyboard, I think, are the way the RGB lights function. And I think they look great. I was pleasantly surprised by this. I've had other RGB keyboards, but this one, something about the way they shine through the keycaps, it's got like a soft light feel to it. And obviously it's got a bunch of different modes. You can switch the colors by hitting, here, some modes don't do it, function, and the right key, I believe left should probably work too. Yeah. So anyway, I think that looks really good. I got lucky. I didn't have any issues with the way the keycaps were printed. I saw a couple people had mentioned that. And also, my keyboard was not warped in any way. So I got a good one, and I hope you do too when you receive yours. So now I'm going to show you like the feel of the keyboard as far as the body goes, because this was a little bit disappointing to me. I may adjust to it and it won't be that big a deal, but I thought this was going to be a full aluminum keyboard. Let me adjust my camera here so that I can actually show you and compare a little bit better. So the top of this is apparently aluminum, but it feels thinner. It feels like plastic to me, but maybe I just am not good at determining materials. Yeah, so the bottom is plastic, and that's pretty obvious. And it contributes to an overall lighter feel. The experience with typing has been fine, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But to give you a comparison, you probably can hear that immediately. Let me set this up here. As far as the feel goes, this is much heavier. Not much, it's a little bit heavier, and that makes it feel more solid. This, I know the bottom is metal. Oh, I'm off camera here. I'm not very good at this. Hopefully good enough for you to get a feel of the keyboard though. But this has a much more solid feel. Apparently the top of this one is plastic. I never noticed it because it just feels good and solid. But I think you can hear the difference. This just feels like aluminum, and it feels thicker than the other one. So now I'm going to get into the actual switches and typing experience. I'm sure you can see that it's much lighter, and I'm going to try to get a little bit closer to the keyboard so that the microphone just picks up the sound as good as possible. Why is that doing that? Did I totally break my RGBs? Let me maybe resetting it here. I probably pressed something that was not right. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh, and I have a palm rest here because it does have a little height to it. And I think you need the palm rest, at least I do. All right, so there you have it. Nice and quiet. It's not quite as satisfying as the blue switches. And I think they're a little soft, but that might just be because they haven't been quite broken in yet. You know, this is brand new. I've had it for 2 days now, basically. See, these feel like soft. I don't know how to explain it except that they're not like clicky yet. And the spacebar has a little bit of like bounce. I don't like that like clackiness, especially when the other keys don't. But maybe that'll improve once I'm a little bit like gentler with it and adjust. So let me do a comparison to the K1 here. I think you can hear that right away when I set it down. It's a much more solid typing experience. I didn't feel like the K3E1 was going to move so much, but this just feels better. So see this, the spacebar in this, it feels more solid. It doesn't have that same like clackiness and resonance. And this is very satisfying to type on. And I just know that I've clicked on the keys when I do. Again, that might change once I've actually broken in the red optical, but the blue gateron switches are nice. It took me a little while to get used to them. I have finally gotten faster. That was my main thing. I wanted a fast typing experience. I think I've finally gotten a little bit faster with it. The palm rest certainly helps. I would not use these without the palm rest. And even though this one is a little bit thinner, and I'll show you that, it's still, oops, sorry about that. It still isn't great without the palm rest. So let me take the camera out here and I'll show you the height comparison. The K3 is actually quite a bit slimmer not exactly as slim as I was expecting, or the travel is not as low as I was expecting it to be. Like I was just expecting like a much faster travel. Sorry, that's probably not a great view there. Let me go ahead and swap out the K1 and then add the palm rest back in so you can see that. Yeah, so this is without the palm rest. Probably not great. I would highly suggest getting a slim palm rest because then you align like right with the keys. And I will say this particular palm rest, which I think is like a 14-inch palm rest, fits perfectly, or just about perfectly, with the keyboard, whereas with the K1, it's got kind of an edge on it. The K1 is longer, so the palm rest doesn't, cover the entire keyboard. So anyway, I hope that covered pretty much what you were expecting to see. Again, this is not bad, and I think it'll take just a little bit of getting used to and breaking in the keys, and I'm sure it'll be a good typing experience. The first thing they thought was, someone with smaller hands would really like this keyboard, but it's full size and it feels good. It just, like anything, takes a little adjustment. So, guys, good luck in getting a keyboard that has no issues and getting it as soon as possible. I will say that you will probably be pleasantly surprised. At least, it looks really good, and I think it'll be a good typing experience. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope you all have a nice holiday and a happy new year.